Hey everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. My name's Jack, and today is another live stream. We're doing live streams every morning this week, and possibly for the rest of the weeks, maybe. Also, I'm thinking about doing live streams in the afternoon for us, Pacific Standard Time, so that would be roughly 6 hours from right now, or maybe 7 hours from right now. Let me know if you guys would want me to stream later in the day, if that's cooler for you. We're thinking about trying that out. But anyways, the set today that we are doing, this is the Beachside Vacation. This is the Creator 3-in-1. Creator really does only like 2 bigger 3-in-1 structures each wave. You know, they came out with the larger one that looks more of like a Brooklyn style house, and this is the Beachside Vacation, which is actually pretty similar to the last beach style house that they came out with last year. And I know some people were complaining that they didn't want like 2 beach houses in a row, but I was thinking about it, and it's like, what other kind of little structures do you think Lego could be making as an alternative? Remember, this is less than 300 pieces, so they can't be making any other big structures for Creator, but like, what small structure do you think would work out? Anyways, that was just something I was thinking about before the episode, but the set is recommended for ages 7 to 12. It's slightly higher than the lowest level in terms of difficulty. It is set number 31063, and it has 275 pieces. I'm going to show you the back of the box. I'm actually going to switch to this camera. Focus, 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 focus. Wow, this camera really doesn't want to focus anymore. Oh yeah, okay. Now, it's a 3-in-1, so I want to show you, this is the main build. This is the main build, everybody. I think the main build is definitely the best build, and because it would take too long to like build one up and then take it all apart, it'd be really boring as a stream. I'm only going to show you the main one. So I'm building this one, but I do want to show you the pictures of the other two. This is they're calling this the Beachside Harbor, but basically it's just a shade structure. And then you get this terrible looking boat. I don't know. I don't think the boat looks very good at all. And then the other 3-in-1, the last one, they're calling it a shop, which looks okay from here. And I actually kind of like that the surfboard gets turned into a like a windsurfing thing. You know, like you got the sail on there. But when you look at this picture here, the back of the surf shop looks pretty awful. I mean, there's a balcony that just leads into the awning beams, like in the attic. I don't know. I don't think it looks that good, so I will be focusing on this main build for the live stream. And they say there's an interior for this one, which should make it automatically way better than the last build that we got for a beachside house. So anyways, let's just get into it. I remembered my box cutter this time. If you remember last stream, I opened it up with a brick separator, which is the first time I've ever done that. So, oh, hello. Move my little white mat around, and let's see how many bags. Now, because this is a Creator set, 3-in-1, there's different kinds of builds you create. They don't number the bags. So, there's slightly more parts that are going to be out here, but basically it goes big, medium, small, if you can't see that. And I love this. They got an orange surfboard piece. If you guys just saw the episode that came out yesterday, that was the Japanese restaurant and board shop. Not surf shop necessarily, but there's a board shop. So I might end up putting that in the board shop to kind of diversify the pieces a little bit more, because there's a lot of white surfboards in there. But here we go. I'm just going to keep them sort of organized by size. So I'm going to get the parts kind of out here. I'm actually going to, I can switch between this one. Haha, see? I can do that. Haha. I'm going to do this so you can see the build just a little bit better. I might switch it back to where you can actually see me. But, all right. These are the small ones. And actually, we even have smaller ones, too. So there's really, this little bag was inside the bigger one. So there's really 4 sort of tiers of sizes. And going this way. And I'm going to assume that the box has 3 manuals, because there are 3 different things you can build. Let me move this back, and this should be pretty good. Okay, so we've got 4 different piles of Lego, and I'm going to assume 3 different manuals. Let's see what we got. I hate it when the easy rip-away function breaks off before the bag actually opens. Okay, so yep, there's one manual. This is the smaller Harbor, really small build. Probably doesn't use nearly as many pieces. This is the shop that we're also not building, but it's a much smaller manual. And then this is the main one, the featured build, and it's a bit bigger because I think it uses all 275 pieces. Now, I'm going to get started here. And one thing I do want to mention, I didn't mention in the beginning, which maybe I should have, but one thing that I thought was really, really interesting about the set is its price point. Now, this set has 275 pieces. In the States, it's going to sell for $30, or it does sell for $30, which is pricey. It's not cheap. Not at all, actually. It's not the worst ratio when you're thinking about how city sets go. Some city sets are higher part to price ratio, and I have built more expensive sets than this. $275 pieces for $30 it's a little bit below average, but not by a huge portion. But an interesting point is that this set is 20 pounds in the UK. So that is something. Why did they put the hair pieces in two different bags? That makes no sense to me. So this is actually way better. Like the ATV that I built yesterday on live stream was about 20 bucks. What was it? It was basically you're paying way less for this set than you would be paying for the ATV set. So you're getting a much better deal this time around. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's got his little fishing rod, and that should be it for the minifigs. I'll get into the detailing here. There's some good detailing, new prints on the torsos, or at least for this lady. I think that's a new print. But I'll get into that more towards the end. And this is also a wonderful build that I'm really excited to make because it's a it's a highly stylized turtle. And we should be getting another one. There's the other eye. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's a few really fun builds here that I'm looking forward to making, or just talking about and showing you guys at the end. And this is one of them right here. This is so ridiculous looking. But it makes sense. It's like a very cartoonified... Oh, whoa. Well, that's not an... Oh, there's the other eye piece. Okay, here we go. So we're making ourselves a little turtle. Flipping it on over. He's got these little lime green flipper pieces, which are a good piece to have in this color. And should be able to find one more flipper after this. Now, we are dealing with slightly more parts on the table than we would be normally for a normal build, but it's not too bad. And then there's nothing that covers up this bottom part. You just flip them on over, and this is I like the pieces that they used for his shell. They just did one big one here, and then there should be, if I can't find the other one, here we go. That's awesome. I'm going to show him closer at the end, but I think this is a great build. Very Lego. It's highly stylized for like the good Lego sort of build style that they have for animals. So that's probably one of the highlights for me. I mean, it's kind of funny when you get a big set and one of the highlights for you is a tiny little build, but I don't know much about the Beachside Vacation. I know there should be another one. Oh man, yeah, okay. Sorry, this build isn't going to go quite as rapid as yesterday's. Yesterday's just burned right through it because there was almost no pieces on the table, and it was almost like the slowest part of building that set was moving through the actual the pages on the manual. Like flipping through was almost seemed like the slowest part of the build. This one today won't be exactly the same. It'll be relatively quick. The build style is super simple, but yeah, there's just more parts to navigate. So let me knock this one out. Wow, now that's a tiny jet ski. Okay, that is a super tiny jet ski. It's okay. I mean, it's fine, but it is tiny. I mean, I just built a bat jet ski the other day, and it was probably twice as big, maybe even bigger than twice as big. It was a lot bigger than that. Oh wait, these are not both. Yeah, there we go. I need two halves to make a whole there. Okay, so now we are officially starting the actual summer vacation home. Shouldn't be too much time. And I already know that this is going to be better than last year's beach house. I can't remember the name of that set, but a lot of people were complaining that they're, sort of one and the same. But I argue that this one is better already, just based on what I can see in the pictures. Because if you watched our review for that last year's one, or just anybody's review, or if you have the freaking set, you'll know that there's no interior for the building. And not only no interior in the building, but there's no floor even. It's just grass. Like, you just build the house on top of a grass plate piece, and that's it. And it's right next to the ocean. I don't know. It just felt so incomplete. There was nothing, absolutely nothing on the inside. And so, yeah, so right off the bat, I say that this one's better because even if there's nothing on the inside, you at least built it up on stilts so it is above the water. Boom, right there. Already makes it a more sensible, logical, and kind of like it's cooler to have a build on top of stilts. Like that in itself is a pretty unique feature. So right there, I'm already pinning this as a better build than last year's. But I know a lot of people were saying, why not get another something else, another kind of whatever. And we have a lot of people watching today. I saw somebody type Pikachu in Korean earlier in the stream. We've got a very international crowd. I swear every time I look up, I see like a new person from a new place. We have some people watching from South Korea. That was pretty cool, man. All right, moving right in. Favorite creator 3-in-1 set. Ooh, what is my favorite creator 3-in-1 set? Okay, wait. I actually know the answer to this. This is one that I don't have to think about that often. I can't remember the name. I think it was called Rainforest Animals. It came out last year or the year before that. And it was the one with the parrot. That parrot creator set was so awesome. I think it had a parrot and like a frog and something else. But the parrot function was the best. The parrot could eat pellets, and then you could like flip the tail back and it would poop, just like how a bird poops. That was like the funniest thing. And it worked super well, and the parrot looked good. I don't know if you guys remember that one. The parrot creator 3-in-1 set. I'm pretty sure it was a set released last year. That was like my favorite creator animal set. Or any 3-in-1 set, not just animals. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that one. That was my favorite. So that's a good question. Yeah, usually my favorite set question is always asked for like Star Wars or something like that. But we are building a 3-in-1 creator, so might as well. Here we go. There's so many of these pieces. There we go. All right. Nice. Have you guys seen the list for the new Star Wars sets that are going to be coming out soon? They look pretty good. They've got like... I saw the names of some of them, and it makes me really think that they might be doing a buildable figure. They might be doing a buildable fig for a scout trooper, and he might also come with a like one of the speeders from Endor. I don't know if that's true. I was just making a guess based on the name of the set that was revealed. But it looked like a buildable fig set. Oops, I put an extra one on there. But that would be awesome. I would love to get a speeder bike set that was like a buildable fig scale for these guys. That would be awesome. I'm looking forward to the new Star Wars sets. A bit more than the ones that just came out. I haven't gotten a chance to build any of the new ones, but I'm definitely looking forward to the next wave. And I'm just freaking out about that Millennium Falcon. I know at some point they're just going to drop it. Like, they're just going to be like, hey, by the way, this is the, direct-to-consumer set that comes out this month or something like that. I think they're going to try to time it in conjunction with a movie. I hope they don't wait all the way until December to release the Falcon. Oh, here we go. Nice. We're building something here. Also, this is something I totally forgot to mention that's in the set that I think is the first time. Look at this cloth piece, by the way. This piece is the hammock. I think this is the first time we've ever gotten a Lego built hammock from a set. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. Somebody correct me if that's the case. But I think what I'm building right here is the first Lego built hammock released in a set. See if I can't just get it. So you kind of hook it from the top over. Pretty simple function. Keep it kind of tight. Make sure that those loops don't fall out, and then you stop it off with one of these little round bits, and you're good. Good to go. All right. So drop it down. You kind of, let's put the, fits pretty well. Yeah, that works super well, actually. All right, sweet. Yeah, so there's a hammock. So that's something. That's something brand spanking new. And it works as well as you could have asked for. I mean, it's a super simple thing, but it gets the job done, and we are blocking it off. So you can't see the hammock no more. But there's a hammock under there. Okay. Wow, we got people watching from all over the nation, all over the world. And here we go. Oh, nice. Okay, so the one thing that is nice, I mean, people were kind of like not a big fan, I think, of all this blue, especially because the last beach house was mostly blue. But they did break up the look of the blue, if that makes any sense. This is it looks a little bit nicer, and it's striped, as you can see. I'm building up the different shades, and so this gets you a lot of these different sort of shades of blue are way more common now, and especially because of sets like this. So there's definitely pluses and minuses to having sort of repeated colors or really, really common colors that are coming out. But these colors didn't used to be very common at all. And now, with the release of this set and maybe a couple others, people are going to be able to very easily get this stuff, especially for custom building later down the line. They're not going to be crazy expensive on Bricklink. There's certain things. I remember I wanted to build the green grocer, and I was looking at the parts on Bricklink, and it's like one of those 1x6 or 1x8 pieces for sand green. They're insane. Like they're so expensive. It's like several dollars just for a single one of those bricks. And I have a feeling if these kinds of sets weren't released with these kinds of colors, then people that wanted to build a custom build with this color would be dishing out a similar price. Or a similar amount if they wanted to build with that. So if nothing else, this is one of the new sets that's really making these new light blue colors just more accessible for the average consumer. So that is good, and I think it looks better. I mean, the striped pattern looks better than a not striped pattern, that's for sure. It is a lot of blue though. That is the main thing. People were just saying it is too blue. Okay, here we go. Dropping it in here. 4 of these 1x1s. Nice. This is basically brick stacking. This is the brick building at its easiest when you're just making a wall. Building a wall. And then this one, okay, we're building up the balcony here as well. So shouldn't be too much trouble. And a couple of little flowers. Super simple builds for flowers, simpler than our average one, I would say, and moving on down. Okay, interesting. So we got some clip pieces. Can you see what's going on? I'm trying to keep this in the center of the build as much as I can, but you know how it is when you're going through and then trying to check the video feed and check the camera feed and all that. It does definitely distract you from trying to keep the build as focused as possible. But I think You're getting there. Nice. I like the look of this. I like the look of this blue bit. More than I thought I would, actually. Just the actual mold for these colors just looks really nice. It's kind of like, they're almost like pastels or something. A really soft color that I think looks a lot better than those like extremely like super red or like really purple or something. I think this looks better. It's just easier on the eyes. And so yeah, I think this is a pretty good. I know why Lego is really pushing these colors. I think it's just because they think they look better, honestly. There we go, yep, and then this is the last of the joint pieces that we're putting right in. So now it should be not so loosey-goosey. Oh, there goes our minifig. And just like a real hammock, you can fall out pretty easily if you're not paying attention, right? Can you guys hear that? There's a jet flying overhead. We're pretty close to like a military base, and so every now and then gigantic jets will fly over. I don't know how well you can hear. The microphone is very directional, so it's a good chance that you didn't hear that, but it's pretty loud normally. Sometimes I have to stop when I'm recording voiceovers just because you're not going to be able to. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so these are all the 2x2s. Yeah, here we go. I should be able to just knock out every single one here. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Building it all the way up, and then this windowsill should have an overhang. All right, I like the overhangs here, and this one looks better than that cat burglar one that we got from the Lego Batman movie. That one was that little diamond jewel shop or whatever the heck you're supposed to be stealing from in that set was like probably one of the worst little land structures things I've ever seen. But then again, the bike that you get from the set is probably one of the best bikes from a Lego set that I've ever seen. So kind of juxtaposes itself with being some of the best and some of the worst all in one set. But this overhang looks a lot nicer. So there we go. That looks much better. And there's handles here, so we're going to either be attaching curtains or, I don't know, something's going on the inside there. And, oh, this is kind of a bunch of random stuff. Let me see if I can't flip the whole thing around for you and see if I'll build opposite ways. So I'm trying to build mirror image. Okay, you can't actually push it down all the way, but that's good enough, I think. And then we're putting this thing on there. Don't know what this is going to be for. Probably a table stand. And then this hook is supposed to be holding a fish. Okay, so we got a fish. Oh, nice. This is actually very clever. Okay, check it. Check it. All right, so the fish is hooked up to the wall, correct? And look how simple this is. So you've got one hook on the wall, one fish sitting there, and then 3 pieces. You got a 1x4 black piece, the straight blue window with a white tile on top, and you're just supposed to fit it right in. Boom. Got yourself a little aquarium. As long as that thing builds up on the side, I love builds like that. Like, does it look excellent? No, but we built it in 3-4 pieces. I mean, and they're simple, easy pieces. Like, that's what I love about creator sets. It's not making something that has to look perfectly good, but it looks decent, and it was so easy to make, and it was so simple. I always argue that some of the best stuff that you see in Lego is some of the easiest to build. You just have to be crazy clever about it. So I like that aquarium a lot. And this should be, I don't know, this is probably going to be like a shower or something. Not exactly sure what I'm building there. That is so cool, though. I like that. And it looks like we are building up around on this side. Getting some darker colors in. Okay, yeah. And then a couple of these ones. All right. So this looks like, yeah, I think we're building up a shower spot on this edge. Wow, we have people from all over. This is kind of cool. Every time I look up, it's like people from Portugal, from Finland, from wherever. I was actually just in Finland not that long ago. Well, not like very recently, but I was in Finland maybe a few months back. That is an awesome country. I missed the winter, which was a good thing for me. I can't take that cold. I like the beach. I like the warm weather. That is where it's at. That's why we're in San Diego. All right. Looks like we're building up some little outdoor lamps. Not a huge... Oh, interesting. Wait a second. Okay, now. Oh, I see. Okay. So I'm actually fitting this stud in the bottom part of the lamp, and then, okay, yeah, I put it in the wrong edge. And then this thing sticks in there like that. Should. Okay. That's why we were building these little studs on the outside. I see. Okay, and then I got to do this one more time. The lamp light, not the limelight, the lamp light. These are actually pretty simple lamps that we've gotten. There's some cool, nice hanging ones that Lego sets have made before that are a little bit more complicated to build, but these ones look just as nice. And they're a little bit easier, and we've got not one, but 2 yellow doors. So let's hold the door. -26 Celsius? What? You guys are... What? Man, when it gets cold here, it gets down to like, I mean, I know Fahrenheit, but it gets down to, I don't know, 40 Fahrenheit or something. That's cold for San Diego. That's really cold for San Diego, honestly. That is nuts. Somebody was over at my house last night who's going to Chicago, and they don't have any warm clothes. And from San Diego to Chicago, whew, I think Chicago's like -3 Celsius right now. So that's not warm. That's not warm at all. I don't know how you guys do it, live in the cold weather like that. Actually, no, I used to live in a place with pretty cold weather, but it was tough. It's not easy. You have to... Cold weather has its benefits, but I mean, come on, guys. Like you just have to get all bundled up every time you go out, and every time you get into a house that's warm. It's like you got to take off your hat, and then your scarf, and then you're pounding the snow off your boots, and then you take off your jacket, and then you might even have another layer. And it's just like every time you go in and out of a building or some place. Oh, look at this. This thing's pretty much, look how it's really getting there, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, it's coming through, and I'm actually going to be building part of the roof now. So I'm moving this out of the shot for just a second. We're building out, I think this is going to be a ceiling fan. Ceiling fan. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a nice little piece. With the single spot for a propeller, and that is exactly what's going to fit in there. We got ourselves a little propeller, and it should be fitting on right in the middle here. And once that goes in, let me open this back up. Which side am I building this to? Yes, I build it on to this area, schmur, right? Oh, yeah, here. Build it one section back. I thought this was going to be an easy release, but because this thing splits open in the middle, there we go. So yeah. Oh, keep knocking this. I keep forgetting she's in the hammock. Okay. The door is upside down? Oh, you're so right. The door is upside down. Thank you. That's my bad. Yep, door is upside down. I do that from time to time. It hasn't asked me to put on any door knob pieces, though, but I do like when the single stud goes on there. And looks like we're building out the rest of it. All right, here we go. That's it. That's it for that. And we are there, pretty much. Oh, wait, hold on. And then we're building out on top of this. Okay. Building the second bit of overhang. I thought I already built one out, but we're building another one. Easy peasy, right? Easy. All right, I think we got to build a actual roof to this thing now. And yep, that's the next step. How did I know? Okay. This is easy. I didn't mean to build the door upside down, I just did. I'm trying to go fast, you know? And then you go fast and then you make mistakes. Alright. And then we should have a couple of these little ones in here. It wants me to build this roof while it's kind of split open. That's what the manual's telling me to do anyways. Maybe it makes it easier. I don't know. I think it'd be about the same actually. Okay, so building this in. Ooh, we got a couple of these little gray ones. These are actually good pieces. 1x3s are always the less common pieces, so I like getting them as much as possible when I'm building in Legos. I like getting little 1x3s. Even the dark grays are useful. Some of the nicer ones to actually pick up. And okay, here we go. It's kind of interesting. Am I blocking off? Oh, okay, weird. So this kind of goes here, the single one, and then this one goes there. I thought it was going to be perfectly symmetrical, but this is not the case. Not the case at all. All right. Let's get it through. Oh, okay, that's because we got a window coming in. Last of the windows. Last one. So bring it on down. And then, okay, yeah, and then we got some clips. Nice. And a couple of these darker 1x2s. And that goes straight. The clips actually go on the inside of this window. Just like that. Okay. I don't know what this is going to be. This is going to be something. Something's going in here. I know there is. There's got to be something in here that I'm not seeing. But we're going to find out in just a second. Okay. Okay, so I'm sure this splays back the other way. Yeah, it does. And then we're about to finish off the whole roof, I think. 2 and 2. Okay, yeah, the roof is just about done on this side, and then we're going to build it up on the other. And we should be in business, as they say. Nice. Okay, so remember, I'm going to do a full comprehensive review at the end of this episode about everything that I'm building. And I should be getting there pretty soon. It looks like it, at least. Okay, and then I'm going to be blocking this little thing off here. So stick around for that. I think one of the most interesting parts about the set, honestly, is that it's so much cheaper in the UK. The euro price is pretty similar to what we get in the States. It's also a little cheaper on the euro. So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, in America, it's more expensive. It's more expensive than anywhere across the pond, as they say, as the British say. But yeah, so that's a little bit strange that it's so much more. This set is significantly more, honestly. It's pretty cheap in the UK, but if you want to be, yeah, if you want to be picking this thing up in the States, you're going to be paying like almost $10 more, almost a third more. Not quite a third, but almost a third. And then this will be sticking out of, wait a second. Did I build that wrong? Oh, I did. All right, you see this? This should be facing the other direction. Okay, see how much of this I can, oh. That's super easy. Let's just twist you around. That's the fortunate thing about building a really, really simple, easy difficulty set. You can just pry the whole thing off. Just sort of jaws of steel the whole darn thing. Wow, that was an easy fix. If this was a difficult set, that would have been a really big pain in the butt to fix, but it wasn't. Wow, okay. That was lucky. I'm lucky that I'm building such easy sets on camera, I swear. I remember building the Technic Crawler Crane, and I messed that one up so bad. The Technic Crawler Crane is that big blue Technic crane that's just massive, and it's, okay, I'm moving this out of the way for just a second. We're building a seagull. But when I messed that crane up, it was, I don't know, it was probably like a 2-hour fix. maybe not 2 hours, maybe like an hour, hour and a half, but it was a really, really long time. They basically ask you to, I like this bird. They ask you to build one half of an engine with all these gears sticking out, and then they ask you to build the second half of the engine with all the gears sticking out, and then the last step is to kind of just put it all together. And guess what? If you built something a little bit off, like if you attached some of the Technic base pieces off by one stud, then everything's off by one stud, and then all the gears are off by one stud, and you have to take everything out again. And that's basically what I did. And nice, we're just finishing up the last of the, not accessories, they're almost like land accessories, things that just sort of are supposed to appear on the structure. I like this build for the palm leaves though. This palm tree looks super nice. It's kind of the lime green and then the regular sort of green, the bright green I think they call it, and you just kind of fit them all on there, and then you just go around the circle. There it is, or go around the cube, I should say, and there it is. That should pretty much be it for the head, and then this is going to stick on to there, and you've got yourself a palm tree, just like that. And the palm tree should, in theory, fit on right, yeah, you can fit it on right here, and you can kind of just twist it wherever you like. Pretty easy. And with that, we've got ourselves a surfboard. These all look like, oh yeah, these all look like spare parts. Okay, so let's closing this thing off. Yeah, I'm looking back through. I think we're good. All right. So let's do a full comprehensive review of the entire set. I'll leave the spare parts in the shot. These are all the spares that you get. Most, spare parts are spare parts. They're always the very small single-studded things. And then we've got our two figs. We've got an orange surfboard, which is a great piece. I don't know if that's a brand new mold color, but I think it might be. And then here is the vacation home. So, all right. Let's check out the minifigs. Let's do this first. I always have to turn the light down a little bit when I do this because it's just too much. Yeah, okay. Focus. Okay. Oh, it was almost there. There she is. Okay, hey guys. So this is our brand new female minifig. I think this print on her torso, brand new. All right. So let me take the hair off. You can see it a little bit better. It's kind of like this tank top polo thing. It's tied off in the back, so it's almost like a halter top. I don't know. Oh, she's got a sunglass print on her face. I did not see that either. That's pretty cool. It's tied off in the back. It almost looks like a butterfly. But actually, let me twist her head back. And so there she is. She's got pink sunglasses. That's actually cool. I didn't know that she had that as a face print. So that's good. This is a good minifig. This is a unique minifig that I'm pretty sure we have not gotten all the right stuff. And for this guy, I don't know. Honestly, he's got a really funny expression on his face, which I don't think is unique, but it's great. This is him like about to puke, or it's him like he's exercising really hard. He's just puffing his cheeks out. That's a great print for the sailboat on his shirt. Very sort of stylized. And in the back, his second expression is pretty normal. Yep. Happy face. He's got some wrinkles like by his eyes, so it looks like he's kind of gotten some sun, and then he comes with his little fishing rod. Ain't nothing to it. There's no printing on his back, just a nice white. And then that's that for the guy with his sort of surfer hair. And here is the turtle. I like the look of this turtle a lot. Come on. There we go. Okay, the look of the turtle is great. It's got you can tell that it's supposed to be sort of like he's tucking his head inwards, but just enough to kind of see out from his shell. And he looks a little bit wary. You can probably change the angle of his eyes, and it might make it look like he's got a slightly different kind of expression. But for the most part, yeah, you can actually kind of move his feet around a little bit if you want them. Oh, they get a little bit stiff, but yeah, you can move them around. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. You can move his little flippers. Oh, they kind of pop out. You see it from the bottom. There's nothing holding him in. They're just kind of loose and open. But That's cool. I think this is a great build. What I like about it is that it's always, you know, it looks good and it's simple. That's like my mantra. If it's simple to make and it looks good, then that's fine. Here's the jet ski. You will never see a jet ski more simple than this jet ski, probably. But you can stand up a minifig either right here. I can twist her hands in, and that's pretty easy going. Up there, up there. Okay. So there's the jet ski. I don't know what else to say. Super small. There's no detailing on the back for any actual jets or anything. But works, right? Works for me. Here we go. Now this is the actual set. This is the vacation home. Let me move these guys out just a little bit. And here we go. Let's check out the inside. Interior isn't bad. I think there was a little bit more interior for our other big Creator 3-in-1 set that we got before. But that is a super simple build for an aquarium, and it looks so good. It's made of, okay, there's a clip in the wall, but other than that, it's a fish. It's a fish, and it's the 1x4 at the bottom, this window, and that tile. It's like no parts, and none of them are like rare or different. They're just, it's easy, and it works. I mean, it's a little bit open on the side, but that's super great. And we've got ourselves a chair. It doesn't actually spin or rotate around. You'd think it might, but it actually doesn't. But this does. We've got a little ceiling fan because I'm going to assume that it gets really, really hot, and that's kind of a classic trope of a vacation home. It doesn't have like in-house AC, but it's more of like a cabin that'll have just like a ceiling fan. There's an attic. There's nothing in the attic. I thought there would be something, but you can just see some detailing for support beams and stuff like that, which looks fine. This is our seagull. He hangs out at the top. And I like these up there. Well, I can just show them here. Not bad. Not bad. Simple, simple, simple. We've gotten a seagull build, I think, pretty much exactly like this guy from whatever that set was with the lighthouse and the whale and stuff. I'm pretty sure we got. And this is the interior by the front door, or one of the doors. I don't know which one is the front for this, but nothing much. There's this one pipe that doesn't connect to anything. It could be a water pipe. It could be something, but there's nothing there. It doesn't connect to anything. And I thought we would have curtains or something on the inside. There's these handles that stick out. You could attach curtains to this if you like, but it would kind of clutter this room up a little bit, I think. And so that's the inside. Let's check out the outside. So we've got ourselves... Oh, did I just break something off? Oh, I did. I broke this off. I broke off one of the lights. And so this is... let me bring this back a little bit. So we've got two doors. One door is the... Okay, so this is the front door. You only get into the beachside house through a ladder. So if you've injured yourself while surfing, it might be hard to actually get back into your vacation home. Opens up easy. There's a chair right there, which, I don't know, it's not the greatest placement for a chair, actually. But there's the ladder. It actually kind of sticks in because it gets, you know, you have to like pop it out from the studs and then it snaps in there, which is cool. And this is one of the very nice palm trees. I likey the palm tree. It's very good. And we got this thing on the side. Schmur. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. And I like this this bit of archway that comes out that shows the balcony that kind of goes right into the water, right into the surf. Tiny little, you know, cheese wedge pieces that'll show you a little bit of the choppy waves or the choppy water. And here there isn't really much of a balcony. You can stand your minifig up here. You can stand him behind the balcony if he wants to fish or something like that. He can go right in, right there, if he wants, or you could just stand him right on the edge. It doesn't really matter. But it works pretty well. We've got a couple of overhead. What is this? Somebody was asking what this gray piece is there, I think. This gray piece is what attaches... Oh, I just knocked the fishing rod out of his hands. I'm going to put it down. The gray piece, this is what attaches the fish into the aquarium on the outside. So yeah, it does kind of break the look up a little bit. This does too, but you can't really... They don't really make these connector pieces in different colors or... Unless different kinds of grays or whites or something, maybe tan. But this is also, I think, one of the main things to look forward to with this set. We've got ourselves, I'm going to take this lady out of the jet ski. If I can't get her hands to snap off of, she's going to take the handlebars off. Yep, she did. Classic handlebar trope. The minifig hands always snap on stronger to handlebars than the handlebars snap on to the set. That is, I swear that's always the case. But yeah, check this out. It's a nice cloth piece, and we've got a totally functional, totally good working hammock. So that works super well. I keep on knocking her out. You gotta. She doesn't. It's not hard to get the minifig in, but then yeah, there you go. Sorry, I was messing around with that. But yeah, so we've got a minifig in the hammock, a couple of little seashells underneath, a starfish, whatever. Just build up the area around, and that. We also have this orange surfboard, which is an uncommon, possibly new mold. I don't know. I know I've got a use for this surfboard though, so I'm happy about that. And I'm gonna put this all out. I guess the last thing that is sort of worth showing is just you can't have this thing open on a display. Like, what do I keep knocking over? I swear I just knocked, like, I broke the minifig out. Okay. So this is what the display looks like when it's opened up. If you wanted to kind of keep this thing not closed off. I generally like to close off my builds, have them look like single solid structures when you see them from afar. But this is a super common way to do it, and it looks good. I mean, this looks fine. You can have it opened up in the back, and I like that the two overhang levels are a little bit higher and lower. One's kind of by the window, and one's kind of above the actual, by the roof line here. That looks good, and this is what it would look like if you wanted to display it from the interior, but I suppose, this is probably going to be the least common way you're going to see it. If you want it opened up, most people are going to want to have it this part showing, which is the kind of more fun, just the more showable section. So I'm going to have everything out open. Let's see if I can't get everything in the shot. Now, this is $30 US, 275 pieces, and it is, for that, it's an okay, let me pull this back a little bit. For that, it's okay. It's not the greatest part to price ratio, but compared to a lot of the other stuff that's coming out this wave, I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse. UK, 20 pounds, and euro is 27 euro, so it's also not the greatest part to price ratio for euro as well. So I guess if you're in the UK, this is, I would say, is a very, very good deal for you guys. But in the States, it's still not terrible. I like it. We're gonna definitely have this in our shoreline next to our other beach house, and we've got a couple other tree houses and stuff. And so this is gonna be something that you'll see end up in the city. I might do some conversion and get this thing onto a single base plate, and maybe make it so you can pull the roof off and still see the interior. That would be the ideal version of the build for myself. But altogether, I think it is pretty darn good. So I can switch the, here we go, I can switch the camera. Haha, you can see me in the corner now, but you can also, if I just do this, you can just see me like this. So, ultimately, I'm happy with this. I think this is better than last year's Beach House Creator 3-in-1 set. There's an actual interior. There's a really clever build for the aquarium, which I thought was a huge plus, especially for fleshing out the interior of a build from last year that had zero interior. It was literally the grass still on the floor with nothing in the inside. It was an abomination. The outside of the last one looked all right, but that was all they were banking on. This one looks good on the outside, and it looks good on the inside. It's slightly smaller, but ultimately a better set. We got some more unique pieces here with the surfboard, with the hammock. Haha, forget the word for that. And yeah, so I've noticed, this is pretty much it for the review, but if you guys are still hanging in, I do want to say that I've noticed the subs are going up, and we're going to be at 200,000 probably pretty soon at the rate that we're growing. So I was thinking we might do an AMA, sort of like an Ask Me Anything. We'll get Mike in here. I know Mike wants to do live streaming in the mornings. His morning schedule's all crazy, and I know a lot of you guys want to see Mike. So I want him to come in soon. Like he'll be coming in doing some live streams and stuff, and that'll be fun. And we're working hard on getting a bunch of bigger episodes out. If you haven't noticed, we're kind of just like, I'm focusing on getting some nice collection videos out. We're working on Harry Potter. We're working on some other stuff. And yeah, so anyways, if you have any like big questions or stuff, and I don't get to it, I see a lot of questions, and I have been taking notes about some good questions. A lot of them are ones that are just, I mean, I don't have time to get into during the live stream as much. This is more of like a stream of consciousness thing. But, so anyways, that's it. That's it for the stream. And so if you guys have any good questions, you can let me know in the section below. I'm going to kind of go through and just check out what's going on with the feed and all that. And yeah, so that is it. And thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We're going to tune in same time tomorrow morning with another live stream. It might be Mike. It might not be Mike. I don't know. I'll have to talk to him today. But yeah, so thanks, and we'll see you next time in Brick Vault.